شاید براتون بسازم.
خیر ببین
میمان آمدی در خانه خودم کم بودم اینجا کنم. This is what happens when you're besties for 20 years.
خورخنده ده گور برگ به خورخنده یک چای نداره.
ای تو خوب تپکا میشی کلان شدی؟
کلان هستم از اینکه چیز کلان شد قلبم خدایی میانده پخشتر میشه از یو ایج ده کچه کلانش.
Hello besties, welcome back to BestieVibes podcast.
You are with Lita and Shabana, and today we're talking about Afghan weddings.
Because there's a lot to talk about it. I know we did a part 1 about things not to do in Afghan weddings, but this one's more about like general things that we do in Afghan weddings.
There's a lot of things that we do which is so beautiful, which is so
Afghan
amazing.
weddings, like,
but there's a lot of things that annoys the bride and the the families and all that. So we're just gonna just cover over it because we did have one of our besties mention that the biggest thing for her is kissing the bride, like coming to congrat her on the
about the stage
on the stage, and then like kissing her 3 times. Like you don't need to do that.
or 5 or sometimes just in the corner of the mouth, like
Poor
when
bride has spent like so much money to get her
And so
makeup
much
done,
time.
and it just even like I guess some people are just not comfortable. Like don't kiss them. It's not only about the makeup. Like don't get
you're coming too close to their body, to their face,
and it's
I
so many
agree.
people. Like if it's
And
your
sometimes they're
dad
sweaty
and
and
mom
they're
and you're taking pictures and you're having a little hug for the pictures, it's beautiful. But if you're like a little bit further family,
I
like
think we need to respect like the time and effort and the money and just like you said, people's comfort of not getting too close to them and like kissing the 3 times. Where did this rule come up from though? Like,
well, it's the culture is to kiss someone 3 times, like when you see them. So when they see the bride, I think they do it out of respect.
Nice, I get
not
it,
like
but there are
something-
times where people will go up once when they're wearing a green dress and they go again the second time and then they have to do the kissing. And tell me about our videographers. Like no harm, like nothing, but why do every Afghan wedding has like literally maybe 30 to 45 minutes of every wedding towards the end, all you're seeing is like people coming up the stage kissing the bride like 3 times and like saying tabrik tabrik and like you're watching it in the video. Why do we need to record that?
I think they do it because they want to make sure that like who came on the stage, what did they give, what kind of gold did they give, bring the golds in the camera. Sometimes they'll have like zoom in on the ring, like is it real gold? We have a proof, let's go look at it.
But I mean that's you're not gonna know from like a video real as they said.
I know, but like people
it's
are
just part of our videos. It's a 3-4 hour long video that no one ever watches from the beginning to the end, because all you're looking at is people getting their first bite and like the camera's like zooming in on their face. That has happened to me, and I literally forget how to be myself. I just like drop my spoon and I'm just like looking around, or like even if I'm just having a regular conversation sitting like beside my husband or whoever, and like the camera is like coming in front of me and I'm just like, now I don't know what to say. All I'm gonna do is just act polite and just smile because I lost my chain of thoughts.
Oh my god. But yet there's also parts of the wedding that is so beautiful, enjoyable, and it's very interesting to see.
It's so much fun for like non-Afghans to come to Afghan weddings. Us as Afghans, we enjoy our weddings.
Yeah.
But like when non-Afghans come and they're like, oh my god, you guys have a beautiful culture. And I love that our weddings carry that culture, right?
Yeah, like even growing up here or even our kids seeing it, I think they are following the culture more. Like the kala Afghani, like I see a lot of kids nowadays, like not kids anymore, but the Gen Zs that are getting engaged and they're getting married, they're also following the tradition, which is so beautiful. Because
really
I mean,
nice, yeah.
we were brought up here a little bit and brought up back, like it's like a age we came here, like we accepted like the Western culture a little bit and
we
kept
still had,
our own culture with it. But the way they're following it, it's actually so beautiful, right?
Because you'll see them and like from no angle they'll look Afghan, but then you see them with their beautiful kala Afghani doing the most epic Atan with the nice spins, and I'm just like, I love this.
You know, I was very surprised. Young Couture is someone who I follow. A lot of people, you guys might know her too. I was very surprised for her wedding. I saw so much Afghan traditional too, even though she married a Pakistani. It was so beautiful because she kept so much of her Aina Masaf.
Oh my god, Aina Masaf is like one of my favorite parts of every wedding.
Yeah.
And like even just when the bride's family bring the khina trays, everybody puts so much love and effort into those trays. They look so beautiful. Yeah. All the beautiful colors, all the lights added, all the nice beading and like fabric that's being used, and the nice trays. And you'll see like a beautiful, like, you know, I don't know, like a long lineup of beautiful girls with their kala afghani, bringing your gifts and bringing your oina, like the oina masaf stuff.
It just looks so beautiful because imagine without all these things, how would a wedding look like?
It's not that fun. Then it's just everybody just dancing and that's it. Eating, dancing, and that's it, right?
Dancing. Like I know, like the Western culture has the slow dance with a dad, which I love. But if
I think Afghans are incorporating that too now.
So just mixing like things together,
a bit of Western
and Afghan culture, which is nice. But you know, like just having the attan, the kalakwani, like you said, all that just adds up so much more beauty to the wedding, right?
Yeah. But the funny thing is that when you think about Oina Masaf, like the real reason behind Oina Masaf is like this is for back in the days when, you know, boys and girls didn't meet. So the first time that they were actually seeing each other was through that tradition where, you know, the mirror is covered with a fabric, and then they cover you and no one's supposed to peek through, and you're looking at your partner for the first time in that.
Oh my god, that's nerve-wracking.
It's so scary because imagine like you look and like it's the first impression.
If you're like, oh no way.
Or a lot of times where, you know, the bride will get married to an elderly man. Imagine like how heartbreaking that is, and she's so young. But I still find it so beautiful when we do it this day and age because it's just so cute and beautiful that we actually just like, it's something we kept from like,
we kept it
who knows how long ago, right?
I'm sure
and although like, you know, I don't think there's anybody that would marry, you know, without looking at each other, without seeing each other. I feel like every wedding that happens, they've already seen each other.
I'm sure, especially if it's here, like, you know, even if it's arranged marriage, I'm sure, even if they haven't seen the person, like a picture of it at least, right? Like, I'm sure there's people that...
I'm sure they've seen the person, like, come on.
But there's also families that, you know, probably, like, do this. I mean, like, they keep
back in the
tradition.
Like back home, maybe not here.
Maybe back home, yeah, I'm sure not here, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah, but it's not... And one thing that really, like, gets that Afghan wedding to like the best epic ending is Atan. I love how a lot of weddings finish with an Atan, and like especially when the Atan is like those professional Atan.
The guy version, I like it because they go.
No, there's a lot of girls too with their what they call it,
they do the spin
with a nice skirt. Oh my god, it's so beautiful with the nice like 3 spins, and especially when they do it with the live music.
Oh,
because they tell the tabla player like one spin, 2 spin. It's and the energy they put in. One thing I do not like though, I'm nobody to say this. I'm nobody to say I don't
I was going to say this.
Because
Who
I
are
think
you?
a lot of people,
who are you to say that?
I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me is when the family or whoever, like, you know, is planning and they do a lot of practices, they choreograph these atans and they wear their traditional clothes,
and random person just walks in to join them, not matching their outfit. Oh, that's annoying.
Especially when they have their suit on.
Yeah,
like they have their full on.
I mean, you might have a beautiful dance to show us, but you should have been a part of the whole like the uniform, like, or else you're not invited. Sorry, don't do that.
It doesn't look good as guests watching it, as watching your video. It kind of just like ruins the whole like orientation of things, you know. And I think a lot of Afghan weddings, they do the multiple atans. So if you really want to do atan, that's just fine. Atan is so beautiful. People will sit there, watch, encourage, and clap. And I'm sure there's more people that want to join. So let them do their thing and then join in the next round. You know, when it's just like anybody with whatever they're wearing, you know.
Well, that falls under things not to do in Afghan weddings.
And to add to that, and things not to do in Afghan weddings is when there's a performance, right? If there's like someone from the family, whether it's the girls doing attan or the boys, or some kind of performance, because nowadays I think a lot of people do performances, right? They'll do a nice song mix, and
which is so nice.
But what I hate is when the performance is happening, the bride and groom is supposed to look and watch those performances, and then you'll see a random khala just stand up and go to kiss the bride and just distract them, and then it just takes that one person.
Khala John, don't do that.
It takes that one person to get up on the stage, and then everyone's like, oh, perfect timing. There's no lineup. Each kasnes be a mom made him, and then everybody starts lining up, and the poor bride and groom cannot watch a performance that was rehearsed for them for months. So I think we need to have MCs in our weddings. Maybe I love our weddings. Nothing wrong with them, but maybe if we have MCs to help like organize things. I know we don't, like, Afghans don't have a lot of wedding planners. We're all wedding planners. Like, we're like experts at planning weddings.
Yeah. But I think the future kids might have, like, you know, have just their wedding differently, because they have watched all the things that you're saying, right? Like, you know, someone going in, you know, randomly to kiss the brides, or doing things that you're not supposed to do. I think, like, all these Gen Zs are watching slowly,
and they're learning.
They're learning, and then they're like, I don't want this in my wedding. I don't want to do that in my wedding. So I think eventually it'll change.
But you know what's funny? When I was getting married, I remember this was like, and this happens in every household, right? When you're getting married and your parents are like preparing the cards, like the invitations, and they're like, I have to invite.
I know where you're going.
I have to invite this person, and you're questioning like, why? I don't talk to them. I don't know them. Like, why do I need to?
This is like the biggest drama, right? Before the wedding.
For the wedding is when you're writing, like, when you're like, sending out those invites.
This person my wedding, no, but we were invited to their wedding, so they're coming to our wedding.
So I had a self-reflection moment just a week ago. Okay, so we're planning Eileen's birthday, which is in just 2 months, and I'm just like confirming with her like who she wants to invite from her class, from her friends. So one day she's like, yeah, I'm gonna invite this person. One day she's like, I'm not gonna invite her because every day they make up and they break up, right? So much drama. So I'm gonna laugh about it because it is so funny. So the other day she's like, yeah, I'm not inviting like one of her classmates because we're not friends anymore. And I'm going to my husband, I'm like, بعد از تگ اومد سالگری دختر خود خواست ما را قیزت کدک. I sounded exactly like my parents when my parents would say that to at my wedding.
You feel like Chome chef, they don't come because you went to their party.
Went to their party, so they invited us to their kid's birthday. And they were so nice.
Lida. It's already happening to us.
Like, I'm literally my mom or my dad speaking because that's what they usually say, right? Like, and it's true because if someone respects you and they give you a seat at their kid's wedding, then you need to give it back, right? But also for couples nowadays, it's so hard to have like all these extra people and pay per seat, especially nowadays weddings are so expensive.
So I kind of agree with both sides in a way because, like you said, you know, like you feel like right? And for Afghan, it's such a big thing that we went to the wedding and then we had their food, so I got to return it back. It's like a respect. It's like, you know, like izzat or whatever it is, and then you got to do it back. And then there's your kids on the other side. Like, I want to have an intimate wedding. I don't want a lot of people. So you were kind of like in between, and it's just the hardest thing to be in.
So I'm in between already. For a 5-year-old, well, she's gonna be 6 for a 6-year-old.
Give her advice, guys. What should she do? So are you inviting her?
I'm like, I'm already inviting her. Like, I'm sorry. But the good thing is that she is friends with her, so she'll make up and break up every day. So I know, like, eventually by her birthday,
she's too small, but imagine as she grows.
But then as she gets older, I can't do that. I can't say no, whatever you want, especially if a situation where if they're not friends anymore, but you're friends with the parents. What would I do?
Because there's going to be always like an awkward or harder situation to be in. Oh God help us with this.
I know, and let us know your suggestions because I'm really stuck in this situation. But thank you so much for coming and joining us again today. We love talking about anything Afghan related because we're so proud to be Afghan, and we love the Afghan culture, the traditions, the beautiful weddings. But there are some things that we are allowed to talk about and laugh about.
So send this to all your Afghan friends that you want them to watch this episode. And I know there's not too many of you guys that are following us on YouTube or subscribing to our channel. please do so. We have our lovely subscribers, but it's definitely amazing to have more of you guys. So please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, comment below, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
We will see you guys next week on a new episode.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.